Hello my dear students, welcome back to a special class. So in our today class we discuss the very important chapter, that is the human reproduction. So human reproduction is a very important chapter for your school exam, not only for your school exam, for your daily life. This chapter is very important. In this chapter we discuss about the different organs of the male and different organs of the female, and what is their function and what is the different organ present in that particular system. Not only that, how the fertilization takes place, in that topic also we are discussed. But after the fertilization, what is happened? The zygote formation takes place. From the zygote, right? From the zygote, the blastula structure are formed. After that, it is implanted into the female uterus. After that, a child ultimately or baby are grow on that particular regions. So this is very interesting chapter. So human reproduction. Now we are start this chapter, but at first welcome all of you in that particular session that is very interesting for you, right? Okay, so you know, when we are discuss some sexual features, the secondary sexual features of the man and woman is a very important. But from which age the secondary sexual character are developed in the male and female? It is a time of puberty. Puberty is the sexual maturity stage. From this year or this time, the sexual character are developed in the male and the female. But what is the different sexual character? You can find out this secondary sexual character in your body also, if you are reach in the puberty. So puberty is the sexual maturity. It is also be called the adolescent stage. So in that particular topic we discuss all of this point one by one. So at first we discuss about the secondary sexual character of male and female. You know, in the secondary sexual of the male, generally their muscular structure or muscles are more built up compared to female. In there, the less muscular structure. On the other hand, beard or mustache are present in the male, that is not present in the female. It is a difference between the hair growth of the facial hair growth mainly, that is not ultimately happening in the female body. So it is absent in that female. But mammary gland, you know, the mammary glands, it is not developed in the male. On the other hand, in the female, the mammary glands are developed. So in the case of male, the mammary glands is not developed. On the other hand, the female, the mammary gland are well developed. So this is the basic difference between male and female or male and woman for the secondary sexual characters. Please do bear in mind. Now we are discuss the male reproductive structure. Male reproductive structure, that means what is the different type of organs present in that particular system. So primary male sex organ, you know what is the name of this organ? It is the testis. But another secondary sexual organs also be there. Which one is a help the testis function? Like you know, the prostate gland is there, the seminal vesicle is there, and vas deferens. All of these things ultimately the secondary sexual organ. Also be the penis in that particular organ, which is also belong to secondary sexual character. So this picture is very important for your class. It is a testis, you know, and this is all the different parts, like it is a vas deferens, In here, seminal vesicle is there, prostate gland is there, it is the penis, right? So this is all the different parts of the male reproductive system. But a very important, the most important part, it is the testis. It is I already tell that it is the primary sex organ of the male, and you know what is their function of the testis? It produces the sperm, and also they are produce some steroid hormones like the testosterone, and these testosterone hormones are helped to develop the secondary sexual characters. So you know the testis is the primary sex organ, their most important function to production of the sperm and the production of testosterone hormone. Now the another part, it is the epididymis. If you are observe the structure of the testis, that time you find out a long and narrow coiled structure which is just covered the testis, not completely, but 80% of the structure are fully covered by the epididymis. It is a narrow and long structure. You can observe that it is like the C-shaped structure. But what is the function of the epididymis? It is stored the sperm or it secrete some fluid, right? So very important structure, that is the scrotum. Scrotum, it is like pouch like structure where the testes are present. But why the testis is not present in our abdomen? Because you know the spermatogenesis process, that means the production of sperm. In the spermatogenesis process are happening in the temperature of 35 degrees Celsius. If the testes are present in our abdomen, that time 35 degrees Celsius is not possible in there, because our body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. So due to get this 35 degrees Celsius, our testes are present in a pouch like structure that is called the scrotum, right? So temperature in that scrotum is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius lower from our body temperature. That is very important for the spermatogenesis. So if the spermatogenesis process is not happening, so testes have no value, because it is their most important function, right? So we discussed the testis, epididymis and the scrotum. Clear? Now we discuss the another part, that is a vas deferens. Vas deferens, it is a long pipe like structure which is ultimately emerges from the epididymis. But what is the function of the vas deferens? Function of the vas deferens is that it carries the sperm. That is the most important function, because sperm are produced in the testis. When the sperm are released from the male body through the penis, it required to transfer, and the vas deferens are helped to transfer the sperm, right? It is their most important function, that is the carry the sperm. In your class, this function of all of this organ is very important. Clear? Now we discuss the another important part, that is the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is not directly related to the human reproductive system, but it is an associated structure which is indirectly help in the reproductive system. Ureter is the most important. It is ultimately convey the urine from the kidney to urinary bladder. It is also be the associated organs which is help in that particular system. But the seminal vesicle, it is ultimately one type of glands, one pair and sac-like structure. They secrete some mucus-like substance, and it is contain the alkaline secretion, and it is contain the fructose-like substance, because you know the sperm is the living cell, so they require the energy. But how they get the energy? because seminal vesicles contain the fluid which have the fructose, right, which provide the energies for the sperm. It is a function of the seminal vesicle, right? So it is the seminal vesicle, you can observe it in that particular picture also. Another important gland, that is the prostate gland. Prostate gland, you know, it is a single one gland is there, single ultimately large gland. In that gland also secrete the substance. So we are called it is a gland, but they secrete the milky substance are secreted from that particular prostate glands, which is help to produce the semen. So their secretion is also be contain some citric acid, some enzyme, also it is ultimately contained in the prostate gland secretion. So seminal vesicles, the prostate glands, and third one is the bulbourethral glands or the Cowper's gland. Now we discuss the third important glands, right? So prostate gland, you can observe that in that particular picture. Okay. Now the ejaculatory ducts also be there. Ejaculatory ducts are the most important structure, right? And bulbourethral gland or Cowper's gland, their secretion mainly the mucus like substance that is help to slippery like nature are coming from that secretion of the seminal vesicle. Also some prostate gland and the Cowper's gland. So ejaculatory duct is a short tube-like structure. What is their function? They also help to transfer the sperm from the vas deferens to the ultimately the penis. In the penis the ejaculatory duct is there. So it is mainly made up of fibrous type of tissue, fibrous muscular tissue. They have the erectile property. These are associated with our penis structure. Penis are the external genitalia. It is present in the male. So bulbourethral glands, what is their another name? The name is the Cowper's gland. So this is the another point. So their secretion is most important. Cowper's gland secretion is most important. So the alkaline fluid are secreted from the Cowper's gland. So we discussed all the different parts of the male reproductive system one by one, and this picture is very important. When what is the different parts, that is most important in your syllabus, because we asked if to write down some function of like seminal vesicles, some bulbourethral glands. So in one sentence you bear in mind all the function, all the different glands, all the other different organs. And urethra. Urethra ultimately provide the two common function. One common function is that they carry the urine, also they carry the semen. So that is the one pathway by which the sperm, that means it is a mix up with some fluid, so the semen are formed. So semen or urine are transferred by the help of this urethra. Clear? Now we finally discuss the another important organ, that is the penis. Penis is a muscular structure, but they have the most important function for urination, for sexuality and pleasure, and important for the reproduction process. So penis is the muscular structure. They have the erectile properties, right? And their head part also be called the glans penis. That is very sensitive because some nerve bending is there. So that is the different organs of our male reproductive system, right? If we are discuss the internal structure of the testes, that time you observe some locules or compartment is there, right? In that particular things is called the testicular lobules. In the testicular lobules, some coiled structure is there. It is called the seminiferous tubules. In that particular seminiferous tubules have the most important cells is the spermatogonium. From the spermatogonium, the sperm cell are produced. So inside the testis, the seminiferous tubules is there, which is the main site for the production of sperm. Now we discuss the female reproductive structure or female reproductive system. In the female, the primary organ is a pair ovaries, and secondary structure like fallopian tube, like uterus, vagina, cervix or endometrium. That means that is a part of the uterus also. So this structure is a very important. This is a female reproductive system. In there you can observe that the ovary, it is a pear and almond shaped organ and is the main site for the production of egg, because it is a primary. Not only the egg production is happening in here, like estrogen and progesterone, this type of hormones also be released from that ovary, right? So now we discuss about the structure of the fallopian tube. This is a tube-like structure. What is their function? They convey the ova released by the ovary. So the ovary release the ova, but this is transported by the fallopian tube. So fallopian tube, the most important structure, also it is the site of fertilization. Ampulla isthmus junction, this is the site for the fertilization. This one have the different parts like the infundibulum, this one is like ampulla, this one is called the isthmus part. This is the different parts of the fallopian tube. Clear? Okay. Isthmus, that is a short and narrow part in that particular regions. Ampulla part, that is ultimately wider, ultimately longest part. In there, the generally fertilization takes place. And some ovarian ligament is there, right? Ovarian ligament is most important. Why? Because their main function is to attach the ovary to the uterus. Now we discuss it is the uterus. Uterus also it is called the womb. If you are ultimately discuss the structure of the uterus, that is time you will find out the three regions. One is the endometrium, one is the myometrium, and another one is a perimetrium, that is the three layers. It is present in the uterus. That takes very important role of the implantation. That implantation means the human cell, the zygote, after the cell division it is a blastular form, but it is the site where a baby are ultimately grow, right? So uterus have the three membrane, endometrium, myometrium and the perimetrium. Next, the structure that is present in here, it is the cervix part, and next it is the vagina. This vagina is takes a very important role in the sexual intercourse, right? So in the ovary, the ovum or secondary oocyte or egg cell are produced. The process is called the oogenesis, right? So oogenesis process, where it is happening? It is happening in the ovary. Clear? You got it? So in our today class, we discuss the most important two topics of the human reproductive system. That is a male reproductive system and the female reproductive system, right? So if any doubts, if you write, you write down in the comment section. I also discuss it in the next class. So thank you very much all of you, and wish you best of luck.